Hello and welcome to the channel. This is CBSE Class 9 English Language and Literature Lesson 4, A Truly Beautiful Mind. Albert Einstein, born on March 14, 1879 in Ulm, Germany, was a brilliant scientist who changed the world with his ideas. As a child, he was unusual. His mother thought his head was too large and he didn't speak until he was 2.5, repeating words. His peers called him Brother Boring because he preferred playing alone with mechanical toys. A headmaster once said he would never succeed, but Einstein proved him wrong. He disliked his strict school in Munich and left at 15 to continue his education in Switzerland. He excelled in mathematics and physics and studied at a university in Zurich. There, he fell in love with Mileva Maric, a smart fellow student, and they married in 1903, later having 2 sons. However, their marriage failed and they divorced in 1919. That same year, Einstein married his cousin Elsa. In 1905, while working at a patent office in Bern, Einstein published 4 groundbreaking papers, including his special theory of relativity, introducing the famous equation E is equal to mc square. In 1915, he published the general theory of relativity, which explained gravity in a new way, and it was proven correct in 1919 during a solar eclipse. He won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921 and became world famous. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein moved to the US. In 1939, he warned President Roosevelt about the possibility of an atomic bomb, leading to its development, which was later used on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Shocked by the destruction, Einstein advocated for peace, proposing a world government and campaigning against arms buildup. He died in 1955 at 76, celebrated as a scientific genius and a champion of peace. The lesson, A Truly Beautiful Mind, is a biography of Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists in history. It starts by asking who we think of as a genius and what qualities they have, like exceptional intelligence and creativity. The story introduces Einstein as a young German civil servant who, in 1905, at the age 26, published 4 revolutionary papers that changed our understanding of light, particles, moving bodies, and energy. These ideas transformed physics and made Einstein mean genius. Even 50 years after his death, his work still inspires the world. Einstein was born on March 14, 1879 in Ulm, Germany. As a baby, there were no signs he would be great. In fact, his mother thought he was a freak because his head looked too large. He didn't speak until he was 2.5 years old, and when he did, he repeated every sentence twice. Other children called him Brother Boring because he didn't play with them much and preferred being alone with mechanical toys. There is a funny story. When he saw his newborn sister Maja, he asked, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" A historian shared another legend. Einstein's parents worried about his late talking. One day at supper, he finally spoke, saying, "The soup is too hot." When asked why he hadn't spoken before, he replied, "Because up to now everything was in order." This shows his unique way of thinking even as a child. A headmaster once told Einstein's father that the boy would never succeed in any profession. But Einstein wasn't a bad student. His family moved to Munich when he was 15 months old, and he went to high school there, getting good marks in most subjects. He started playing the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to, and he became a talented amateur violinist for life. However, he hated the school's strict rules and often argued with teachers. Feeling suffocated, he left school at 15 without finishing. His parents had moved to Milan the year before, leaving him with relatives. After discussions, he got permission to study in Switzerland, which was more liberal than Munich. In Zurich University, he was gifted in maths and physics but also interested in other things. He met Mileva Maric, a clever Serbian student who was there because Zurich allowed women to get degrees, rare in Europe then. Einstein saw her as an ally against Philistines, people who didn't appreciate art or culture. Like some of his family and university, they fell in love, writing letters mixing science and romance. Einstein wrote, "How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion." At 21 in 1900, Einstein graduated but was jobless. He worked as a teaching assistant and gave private lessons before getting a job in 1902 at the patent office in Bern as a technical expert. While checking others' inventions, he secretly developed his own ideas, calling his desk drawer the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. In 1905, he published his famous papers, including the special theory of relativity, which says time and distance aren't fixed, they change based on speed. For example, two clocks might show different times if one moves very fast. This led to the equation E is equal to mc square, where capital E is energy, small m is mass, and small c is the speed of light, that is about 3 lakh kilometer per second. Einstein joked about relativity. When you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. When you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That's relativity. While succeeding in science, his personal life struggled. He wanted to marry Mileva after studies, but his mother opposed it because Mileva was 3 years older and too intelligent. She is a book like you, she said. They married in 1903 and had two sons, but the marriage broke down. Mileva lost her ambition and became unhappy. They divorced in 1919 and Einstein married his cousin Elsa that year. Professionally, 1915 brought his general theory of relativity, redefining gravity. In 1919, a solar eclipse proved it right. Light from stars bent as he predicted, causing a scientific revolution in newspapers. He won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 and became famous worldwide, receiving honors everywhere. In 1933, when Nazis took power in Germany, Einstein, being Jewish, moved to the US. In 1938, nuclear fission was discovered, scaring physicists who fled fascism. A colleague urged Einstein to warn President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1939. A single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. This led to the US developing the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Einstein was horrified by the destruction and wrote to the United Nations proposing a world government for peace. It had no effect, but he spent his last decade in politics, fighting arms buildup and promoting peace and democracy. He died in 1955 at the age of 76, remembered as a visionary scientist and global citizen who valued humanity.